Welcome to MTN Outdoors.
Welcome back to MTN Outdoors. I'm your host, Keith Grevenitz, and it is the holiday season. It's the season of giving and just sharing joy. So let's take a look at these stories that show what a gift it is to live in Montana.
It's pretty quiet at this time of year in Yellowstone. That's because all the roads to the interior parts of the park are closed until they reopen to snow vehicles, weather permitting, on December 15th. The light traffic gives the park the perfect opportunity to open a new 1,175-foot bridge over the Yellowstone River. While the new bridge here over the Yellowstone River leading out to the Lamar Valley is open to traffic, and you can see a few of the cars that are in the park at this time of year are using it, it's not really a finished project. There are walking paths along each side of the bridge that are also protected by railings on both sides, but those aren't open yet. And there are parking areas on both sides of the bridge, on traffic going each direction. They're open over on the east side of the bridge, but not here on the west side. Another part of the project is cleaning up and tearing down the old bridge that this one replaces. Plus, there's still work ongoing to refurbish a picnic area that's just up the hill the other side of this bridge.
I think it's pretty awesome. We've been coming through here for the last 3 years while they've been building it, and I think it's just a amazing feat that they've done. It's just going to be really nice to be able to walk over and see a little bit more of the country.
A small existing picnic area will triple in size to include 2 loops, accommodate larger RVs, and add a second vault toilet. On the west side of the bridge, a new walking path is under construction, and there are river viewing areas on both sides of the new bridge. This isn't the only big project in Yellowstone. The new Lewis River Bridge between the south entrance and West Thumb opened this year. It also includes new walking paths and a view of the river and nearby falls. But the fate of other big projects that were already announced is currently unknown. About a third of the national park's annual budget nationwide was cut this year, and many construction projects were put on hold. That leaves the expansive Golden Gate project just south of Mammoth, and a permanent road connecting Gardner and Mammoth at the north entrance in a state of limbo. It's unknown when decisions about these projects will be made. In Yellowstone National Park, I'm John Shearer for MTN News.
The Montana Fish and Wildlife Commission has approved next year's hunting regulations, with some of the biggest changes coming to deer hunting.
A big change came from an amendment that was proposed by Fish and Wildlife Commission Chair Leslie Robinson. The amendment implements a sales cap for the non-resident general deer licenses. The sales cap would be half of the number of general deer licenses separated from the elk combination licenses.
Until we can kind of find out where the pressure is, I think that we can manage a lot better knowing where they're at.
Commissioners cited overcrowding on public lands and increases in out-of-state hunters as the need to implement the change. According to a report for FWP staff, the change would see an estimated 2,500 fewer non-resident licenses issued for general deer, which would have an estimated $1.7 million annual shortfall in license revenue for the department. Will Israel with the Montana Outfitters and Guides Association noted the economic impact the change would make.
That there are consequences when it does come to these reductions. And so when we look at the amount of revenue that goes to the department, when we look at the lack of revenue funding that starts to go into the block management access program, and then we also look at the real economic damage on small businesses.
Another amendment from Robinson reduced the number of general deer tags a resident hunter can hold from 8 to 3.
Now, these changes will be implemented into the 2026-2027 hunting seasons. Reporting in Helena, Madeline Heath, MTN News.
General hunting season is over, but come Saturday, there will be hunters out in the field looking for deer and elk, using Montana's earliest form of hunting tools. It's the Montana Heritage muzzleloader season. The rules for it, pretty simple.
Flintlock, percussion cap, wheel lock or match lock, firearm, minimum of 45 caliber, has to have loose powder or Pyrodex or an equivalent, no cartridges or anything that can be loaded from the breech of the rifle. So it has to be a true primitive muzzleloader, and all of the same regulations that you see during the general season still apply for hunting deer and elk during this season.
This is the way the earliest visitors to Montana brought down game, and it takes time and patience.
You put your powder here, then you have this piece of steel and a piece of flint here that strikes the steel, ignites the powder that's in there, and fires the gun. So it kind of creates a spark.
All without the use of scopes and a projectile that doesn't travel very far. This is heritage hunting at its finest.
That creates an element of challenge that people enjoy and look forward to, because it really is a different hunting experience when you're, within 50 to 100 yards of the target that you're after, and you get one shot. That's all you get. It makes a big boom, lots of smoke, and then that's your opportunity. So
Montana's Heritage muzzleloader season runs from this Saturday until Sunday the 21st. In the Gallatin Canyon, Chet Lehman, MTN News.
Central Valley Fire District partnered with a local vet clinic for their large animal rescue program. Let's go learn about how they rescue horses and other livestock.
We got paged to a horse that had fallen in a hole. Arriving on scene, we realized the horse is 6 or 8 feet deep into this hole with about a 3 by 3 foot opening on either side.
Battalion Chief at Central Valley Fire, Dylan White, tells me about the time they rescued a horse from a sinkhole in January of 2024.
Very complex rescue. We had to use an excavator, a tow truck, and veterinarians to help us get the horse out of there. And I think that kind of exposed some gaps in our game, something that we hadn't had a plan for before, something we hadn't had a program for, we weren't trained for.
After that rescue almost 1 year ago, Chief White says Central Valley Fire was inspired to create an animal rescue program.
It just seems like it's a high likelihood that something like this is going to happen a handful of times every couple of years.
So, a month ago, Central Valley Fire District partnered with Hardaway Veterinary Hospital for their first large animal rescue training.
So this is the harness. This harness is for large animals specifically. This is the team setting up the harness, but hooked up to a horse, this is what it looks like. Has a high point connection where you're going to lift the horse. It's going to support the horse's body throughout the rescue.
I also chatted with Emily Coogan, a horse trainer that was at the training session with Central Valley Fire in October.
The horses are big animals and they're powerful. If you don't read that they're scared, they could erupt, if you will, at any time. And the firemen were able to put hands on and learn how to halter and just to be around, get a little more comfortable with the animals.
Chief White tells me it's important for them to have vets on scene during a rescue to help calm the animal.
They're worked up, they're scared, they're in a tough position, they don't understand what's going on.
And it's not just horses and large animals that Central Valley Fire rescues.
We did have a turtle, yeah. We had a turtle under a porch that we were able to rescue. We've had, dogs and culverts and cats and trees. It's going to be kind of multifaceted for some of those smaller animal rescues as well.
In Belgrade, Gabrielle Cleveland, MTN News.
You're watching MTN Outdoors. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to MTN Outdoors. More stories coming your way on what Montana gives us, like this beautiful trailhead. Stay tuned.
Just a few miles outside of Cascade sits a building that marks a first for Montana agriculture, a completely biosecure, state-of-the-art boar stud facility that will house more than 400 mature boars. This operation will produce the genetic material for more than 100,000 new litters every year. And for the first time, that high-quality supply will come from right here in Montana.
As clean as it is today, that's how it stays.
William Kleinsasser from the Elk Creek Colony was one of the first to show me around before the facility became completely closed off to the public to protect the animals' health.
We came together and we said we have to supply we have to protect our health and our value of Montana piglets.
The Hutterite colonies owned the land and partnered with the pork storks of Montana to build the first facility of its kind in the state.
We'll have, I think it's 35 farms that will get semen from this place delivered 2 to 3 times a week.
All to end their dependence on out-of-state boar semen and reducing the risk of disease. This major step was supported by a Grow Through Agriculture grant, the project receiving the maximum award of $150,000.
So it depends on the project keeping the small businesses here strong and empowering entrepreneurs and local business owners to keep growing where they are. It helps us shape our identity in agriculture and as a state.
Once they're trained, you just basically have to open the gate and they come over and they're ready to go.
Joe Whipp from the Milford colony says the benefit of an in-state, tightly controlled supply is already clear.
Right now we were getting semen from the Midwest where there's a little disease pressure. So we're just making sure that we can keep the state clean and to help ensure a better product for our consumers.
Inside the facility, every room has a purpose.
This is a quarantine room, which is a separate airspace from the big room where we were just in.
And a protocol.
Nobody in the industry can just show up and walk in here. They have to be down for 72 hours to ensure that they don't bring any disease into the facility.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
There are sanitation lines, quarantine zones, and controlled airflow rooms. Even outside boots and clothing can't enter the building.
That's part of biosecurity. Biosecurity isn't uncomfortable. You're not doing it wrong.
Right.
We do pride ourselves with clean facilities and good animal care and welfare.
For the Hutterite colonies, this project is about more than just efficiency. It's about preserving the health and value of Montana piglets.
I think going forward, this project will be enjoyed hopefully for many generations to come.
A facility built for Montana, by Montana, to keep the state's agriculture strong, secure, and independent. In Cascade County, Brianna Juneau, MTN News.
Wow, this tree is so beautiful. I say we go with this one. But wait, I like this one so much more. But guys, you haven't even seen the trees back here yet. It's about that time of the year where folks go out and they try to find that perfect tree. But have you ever been curious where that perfect tree actually comes from?
Some of them have a little more of a bluish green cast. Some of them are a little greener. They're very dense. I'm Jerry Cashman. I've been involved in the nursery business in Bozeman since 1966.
If you know anything about the nursery business, the name Cashman is probably familiar.
I'm a third-generation nurseryman. My grandfather started Cashman Nursery in 1898. My father came to Bozeman in 1926.
You may be familiar with the Cashman Nursery off Spring Hill Road, run by Jerry, his wife, and 2 sons. That location opened in 1975, a year later expanding the business, including something a little bit more festive, Christmas trees.
Initially, we were primarily just wild trees that we'd go out and cut in the forest.
Selling them at this location off West Main since the start. But Jerry tells me the Christmas tree business grew quickly.
Total sales of Christmas trees for us, probably close to 1,000 locally cut and collected here in Montana, and then about another 1,000 tree farm trees from northern Idaho or from Minnesota.
Of those 2,000 trees, Jerry tells me they sell
all of them.
So let's talk about those local Montana Christmas trees first. Here in Bozeman, we have a plethora of trees. Many folks actually purchase a $5 Christmas tree permit and become lumberjacks themselves. But Jerry tells me for him, the process is a bit different.
We cannot cut them off the Forest Service. We have to cut them off of private property. So we have to develop relationships with ranchers that have trees on their land.
Jerry says the same goes when they head up to Seeley Lake and Eureka. There are other 2 Christmas tree hotspots. In fact,
Eureka was the Christmas tree capital of the United States. It shipped more than 3 million Christmas trees out of Eureka after World War II.
That being said, you cannot find every type of Christmas tree here in Montana. You'll find some Douglas firs, maybe even some good subalpines, but if you want something like this,
these are the biggest and most expensive. These are Fraser firs.
Jerry says you gotta travel.
Either from northern Idaho or from central Minnesota.
Jerry tells me semi-trucks haul anywhere from 600 to 700 trees from these plantation farms. Fraser firs, balsam firs, the whole lot of them, just to satisfy everyone's Christmas tree needs.
It's very gratifying. Last Friday, I had someone that was in their 40th year. On Sunday, I had someone on their 25th year of getting a Christmas tree from us here. That's why at 77 years old, that's why I'm still here.
And if you were wondering what the Christmas tree expert himself chooses each year,
this is a subalpine fir. This is the type of tree that you'll find in Jan and Jerry Cashman's house,
which will be up until January 6th, because that's the 12th day of Christmas. In Bozeman, Cassidy Powers, MTN News.
For over 30 years, a ministry here in Dillon has been splitting logs and giving them away to the needy in Beaverhead County to ensure that folks around here stay warm during these hard winters. Here we go.
But I enjoy sawing, and I enjoy, helping getting firewood for our folks in Beaverhead County.
For 3 decades, the Beaverhead Woodbank Ministry has been cutting, splitting, tossing, and delivering firewood to those in need.
We have clients from Oneida to Divide and everywhere in between.
Last year, they distributed 150 cords of wood to over 50 clients.
Most of these people are living on a very limited income. Most of them are elderly, senior citizens, folks with disability.
Many of the volunteers are senior citizens themselves, but they enjoy the hard work.
I like working with wood. I burn wood, and I've felled trees before and planted trees. I'm a woods guy.
Cindy Decker is 63, but she can haul wood as good as the guys.
I don't mind. I know where my limits are. I don't try to be silly, but I try to pull my weight too.
The old crew gets help from the young recruits from the Montana Youth Challenge Academy, and this gives them credit for community service. They meet every Wednesday to cut wood. Giving the firewood away makes the hard work worth it.
They're always very grateful, and it shows. And it's a neat part of being involved in the whole thing. It makes you come back out and work harder, yeah.
In Dillon, John Amy, MTN News.
You're watching MTN Outdoors. Stay tuned for more Montana magic. Welcome back to MTN Outdoors. See these burn piles here? It's all about land management. And Montana being the 4th largest state in the union, it's a handful to handle all 94 million acres of land. So let's check out these stories about managing land here in Montana and keeping it pristine.
Rules over what are considered the waters of the United States may seem like an obscure or even irrelevant question, but Montana agricultural organizations say for farmers and ranchers it's more than just academic.
WOTUS really did put ranchers and agricultural producers in a very difficult position. It was kind of like a ping pong game. We kept seeing rules changing and going back and forth, expansion, reduction.
Rayleigh Honeycutt is Executive Vice President of the Montana Stock Growers Association. They and other agricultural groups celebrated in 2023 when a U.S. Supreme Court case scaled back what could be considered a water of the U.S. Now the Trump administration is proposing a rule to continue those changes.
Really what Montana stock growers was asking for, as well as the larger livestock community, was some certainty and clarity in the rules so that people could continue to plan and make business decisions based off those rules.
The Federal Clean Water Act says agencies like the EPA have jurisdiction over waters of the U.S., and a wide variety of land use activities there may require a federal permit. Honeycutt says one of the major concerns for agricultural producers was whether federal regulations extended to ephemeral bodies that don't have water all year.
At one point in time, we were talking about puddles of water that had standing water on it being navigable and being under the authority of the EPA. And so what we're really seeing is some common sense approach to when there's water standing because it's rained a lot, that isn't necessarily a body of water that should be regulated by the EPA.
The administration says they want to focus enforcement on, quote, relatively permanent waters. Not everyone is happy with what they're proposing.
This narrow interpretation isn't based on science. It's based on essentially a wish list of how can we do as much as we want everywhere.
Guy Alsenser is executive director of the environmental group Upper Missouri Waterkeeper. He says the new proposed rules scale back clean water protections farther than what the Supreme Court required.
If you care about clean and healthy water, you can't just care about the river, you got to care about all of its arteries, which is to say its headwaters and its wetlands.
Alsenser believes the impacts of a more restrictive waters of the U.S. rule on farms and ranches has been overstated.
Federal law has never said a family farmer can't do what they need to do to support ag on their land. What federal law has said is the big industrial scale operators, you got to take responsibility for your pollution.
The EPA will be accepting public comment on changes to the waters of the U.S. rule through January 5th. You can find more information about the rule and how to submit your own comments on our website. In the Helena Valley, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.
In the past 5 years, Helena Open Lands trailhead parking areas have seen an increase in late-night usage that's not related to recreation, and some of those situations resulted in police investigations and vandalism. Establishing a nighttime closure period for these parking areas was discussed at Wednesday's city administrative meeting. Hikers I spoke to, like April Haynes, said they think a closure would be beneficial.
Have it closed from 11 to 5, I think would really benefit the park a lot and make it more secure and benefit us hikers as well.
The city is recommending closures from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. for 6 open land trailhead parking areas. Haynes has lived in Helena for 15 years and hikes nearly every day. She says she has seen the changes to trailheads.
And it's unfortunate to see vandalism and people littering and just not showing that respect.
The commission will look into the topic further in January to discuss language, changes to natural parks ordinances, and signage needs. Revenue updates for the year for the city's facilities were also presented Wednesday night. The city says the Last Chance Splashwater Park and Pool saw a significant increase in expenses.
Chlorine, chemicals, pesticide costs have been going up 10% per year. So those are impacting the bottom line of our budget. And they're out of our control.
And although those expenses impact the golf course too, it has been seeing growth in revenue over the last few years, something the city says they're proud of.
We're seeing our increases coming out of COVID going up with tighter operations and better product to sell and a high-quality golf course.
Reporting in Helena, Madeline Heath, MTN News.